blastmusic247.com. We're changing the industry one artist at a time.
Good evening. Welcome to another episode of the Louisiana Lyricist Lounge. I am your host, Paul Cram the Poet, aka Drip of All Trades. And tonight we have a very special guest. This particular guest here is known by many names. He's known by many titles. He wears many hats. I know him personally as my big brother, poetic standpoint, a middleman for my craziness. Like he does a lot. He's a lot for me. For those of you who do not know, that our guest tonight is none other than King Drip himself, Mr. Mojave, aka Hav Rux. Make sure y'all check out Rux. Well, we're gonna talk about that tonight, man. Get your gear. So let me do a little bit of introduction, let y'all know a little bit about the man who is the man. Mojave was first introduced to poetry at the age of 5 when his mother created a mixed media card. So using love poetry to describe each loving image, it had an indelible effect on him. So this card became one of his father's greatest treasures, that poetry could be used to express love and other emotions could and would be treasured. Mojave has been part of the local poetry and spoken word scene for well over 20 years. He is the founder of Urban Guerrilla Theater and one of the original founders of Nitty Gritty Slam. Over the years, Mojave has performed and featured all over the capital region, as well as I'm going to say this wrong, and I'm sorry, New York Poets Cafe, New York City, Sugar Shack, AS220, Providence, Rhode Island, and Mango in Washington, D.C. This man is a writer, a poet, podcaster with many different shows. Again, we got Urban Guerrilla Theater, Fly Speak Open Mic, Love and Erotic Poetry Weekend, also known as ES Weekend. And if you know, you know. He's just all around fucking dope ass individual. Papa Fluff to the Fluffians, creator of Ruxwell, Crown Hoodies, Super Sneakerhead, and most importantly, my motherfucking friend. So without further ado, please, everybody, welcome to the stage, Mr. Mojave himself, King Drip.
What up?
What's up, big bro? Man, I'm glad to have you, man.
Yeah, so yo, I'm glad to be here. It's an absolute honor. It is an absolute honor, and more importantly, I get the distinct pleasure of watching you evolve, change, grow, progress. You know, and as you know, we're currently in Albany, New York, fresh off of the Naughty and Nice show. I'm here right now with your drip brethren, Eros, and they're talking in the background like I'm not doing this right now. Right, with Eros, Asion, and of course, Six Poem Donnie. That's what we call him now.
Whoa, wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Wait. Six Poem Donnie. You know what? Man, Ghostwriter be getting some names, bro.
Yeah, you be getting some names. You know your classmate, man. You know your classmate.
That's my dude. That's my guy. He earned that.
You know we're doing an interview right now, right? This is the problem. Listen, he's like, I'm right here, but it's not your interview. Shut up already. Okay.
Man, your time coming, bro.
Yeah, your time. Yeah. Try not to infringe. All right, but more importantly, you know, we're committed to doing this drip thing, building all over the place, and being in all the special places we can be with all the drip family. Hey, Mystic, how are you doing? Yes, and they are trying to make a cameo. Listen, there's something wrong with y'all. Like, yo, yo, listen,
Them niggas need hugs.
It's an interview. Shut up. He was like, he was like, yeah, she's wilding. Anyway, but more importantly, not just all that. I've been with you for me, anything else, but more importantly, Songbird said, she said, shut up, ACR. Yeah, but more importantly, like I've been with you for a long time, and I like to be a predictor of things, and I told you what was going to happen and how it was going to happen, and so I just wanted to make sure. I just want to make sure that I said that. I told your ass. I said, listen, because remember, and I was like, B, you coming out of this, and you won't be on top before you know it. It's about to get worse, and you only getting started. And look at you now.
Yeah, I'm having fun while I'm doing it too, man. Like, I appreciate the opportunity to even become a honey dripper. Just let that be known. I just got asked a question the other day on Facebook. It was funny. One of the past guests, she asked me, she said, I keep hearing about this collective of poets called the Honey Drippers. And I immediately was like, yes, it's a very, very exclusive collective of amazing artists. Like, how do I become a part? I said, just keep showing up. just
Yo,
keep
I
up.
read the answer. I said, that's textbook. I said, that's a textbook answer. I ain't had nothing to say about it. I said, he did it textbook. He said it exactly how it needed to be said. I said, keep showing up, keep showing out, such and such. There's somebody always watching.
Somebody's always watching. Believe
always
it.
watching. And so it rocks out.
So let's go ahead and get started. So Big Bro, your early influences with poetry. You said you was introduced at 5. With your mom did the card. So explain what that is, and from that point of being introduced to poetry to now, explain that journey.
All right. So here's the strangest thing about it, right? So I'm gonna talk about it in 2 ways. So my mother loved Nikki Giovanni, and she would read poems from Cotton Candy on a rainy day, right? And so the one time she read us a poem, she read like me and my brother. It was like raining outside, right? And I was like, oh, this is great. We're really sitting here listening to her read this poem, and my mother was so into the poem, it just really took an effect on my mind, on the fact, and it was funny because after she finished reading, the sun came out. And when the sun came out, it's just I could tell you exactly how that was, no matter how it was. And then the second thing is that when my mother made this card, right, I didn't know what erotic poetry was, but that's exactly what it was. My mother was talking about she'd be his water, washing him and all his plate, just it was very erotic, right? But me being that young, seeing how we sat on the floor in my mother's room, and we literally put together every piece of it. And my mother had construction paper. She clipped these images, and she made this shower with an image that looked like my father washing his back in the shower. And she wrote all the poems. And my mother had this dope handwriting that was amazing. She would have these lilting M's and everything else that would go on. And so and seeing that thing, and she gave it to my father. So the funny thing is as time, my parents separated, do different things. But as time went on, my father had this chest. And so in this chest, it stays locked up. It has all of his accomplishments from his earlier parts in life. He got a scholarship to Juilliard, and he didn't win because he had us and stuff like that. He would tell us stuff oh, I gave that up. He had football letters. All of these things is in his chest. But when I seen the card, that he still had the card, and it sat in an envelope, it literally bugged me out, because my parents had been not together for years, but he kept that card, and the card was in perfect condition.
Wow.
You got to love something to keep it in perfect condition. And so literally thinking about it, I was like, this is one of my father's most cherished things because it's in this chest with all of his things, his letters, his different things. He playing football, him playing, getting scholarships and awards for playing in band and all this other stuff. And it all sat in that. And it just really impressed upon me that it's a beautiful thing to write a poem erotically about someone you love so much.
Yes.
And then be able to cherish it. So that would be my first introduction. I think that like I've coined the phrase erotic creative, right? And I started that from doing ES, as you know, like, you know, I was like, what are we? We're a bunch of erotic creatives, you know, Black erotic creatives. In particular, that term, I developed that term like 10 years ago. I said, we're Black erotic creatives because, you know, they would say creatives, but I was like, we're Black erotic creatives. There's a difference because we're Black, we're in control of our kink. We know what we want, these different things, you know. And so we can have kink, but nobody ever said, hey, let's talk about Black erotic creative. And I think that because I grew up watching my mother write erotic poetry, and then my father actually doing things that involved eroticism in some form because he was a photographer and he would take pictures and stuff like that. And if you got into a stash or you found something, you know, you can get beat half to death, but that's a whole nother story. But
I be worth the ass whooping.
but the idea is because he's a professional photographer, he would actually have images and stuff like that, and he wouldn't take like pictorials. He'd do these shoots that were really about the beauty of the person, and it would be black and white. And that also had an effect on me. Like when you see things, how you see art, how you do certain things. The erotic is not meant to be confined to just some type of hot sex or something like that. It's more mental. It's more physical. It's even spiritual. You know, and like I said, and like you say in the drip, nobody ever lies about what they desire. Everybody always writes. You write to what you want. You write to everything else. You know, whatever that you desire about somebody, it will come up in your poems because that is what you're putting into the universe to attract back to you. It is a magnet through your words that become a spell that casts over to those who hear it and bring you closer to whatever you desire.
See, these type of answers right here, I feel like, and I knew it. I knew Sadis was here, and I knew that answer was gonna do something to her in her head because she's super smart too. So it's like those answers, like the way you drop, like, man, I'm gonna learn how to talk like this one day, like this. She's being a mother, this
Wow.
guy.
Wow.
So I had a question real quick. Someone asked me something. Put it in the chat. What piece are you talking about? Like you wanted me to do. What piece are you talking about? This is his show. Whatever route he go is the route I'm going.
I'm telling you.
So, Honey Drippers, the Honey Dripper Collective. Now, I'm gonna pretend at this moment with this question that I don't know nothing, and I'm gonna ask you, explain what the Honey Drippers Collective is and why did it start?
Okay, I can start with telling you what it's not. It's not just a bunch of people that get together. It's a lifestyle thing. It's a thing. You know, it's a bunch of people trying to screw each other. All right. Excuse my terminology. Excuse my French. Fuck all this shit you talking about. And we know who the people have been saying this dumb shit and can spread these rumors about us and saying whatever they're going to say about us, which is not true. We are a collective of incredibly, beautifully dope and brilliantly filthy individuals who craft incredible works based around our intelligence, our wit, and our soul. Not just that, the energy, drip energy is unmatched. We don't have to do what everybody else is doing in order to have a good time. And where there's three or more, you're in store with some of the greatest things that you ever encountered by being around us. You get five or better, the scene's about to get wetter. Around eight, somebody's about to get 8. You say 10, you don't say when. Right? So that being said. Around 10, fucking again. Okay.
Did he say, all right, I'm sorry?
All right. Right. And you see me just looking at him because he don't care. They don't care. But more importantly, we create environments that allow people to be free in all they surmise and all their words. and being able to do that. Like some say that the erotic is political in certain degrees, and in some cases that is because people aren't allowed to be free in what they surmise, right? There's a poster that's out that tells you like there's this Bible Belt, the MAGA belt, right? And it has the most all of these different things that are going on with it, but it's most uneducated, all this other stuff, but it's most unfree. But they're the most people toting the Bible and wanting to put Bibles in schools, but they have the most porn and all these other sites going on with themselves. That's not a freedom that they enjoy, right? We enjoy the ability to speak our words into existence. We enjoy the ability to express ourselves to the fullest content and capacity. Being a honey dripper means that not only are you free as an individual, you're a free thinker, you're a free creator, you're a black erotic creator. You are carrying a pen that drips honey sweetly wherever you decide to take it, whether it be beautifully dope or brilliantly filthy. And when you are brilliant and you are filthy, you are able to craft words that are not only sexy and incredible, it is dripped in intelligence, and it covers you sweetly in everything that you hear. It opens the chambers of your mind and allows your soul to actually roam and to examine these ideas. You literally can listen to a poem within this and feel it have a physiological effect on you, because that's what happens when we're in the room. And it's not like we go out and craft it. It's just something that happens between us. And when we decide to write beautifully dope, whatever we decide, and then there's so many different factions of what we do underneath this one umbrella. You got the drip casky, you got gospel drip, you've got mental drip that's coming. There's so many different things and aspects because literally the drip can do anything, and they're awesome and amazing and incredible. Do not walk this way. Go around.
I just want to
no. This one, you see this, right? They don't care. He does not care. They do not care.
Oh man. All right. So before we get to go a little bit deeper into everything going on, I want the people to understand why you are King Drip.
Literally and figuratively. All right. So there was a joke that was told, right? So and they was like, yeah, that's the king, right? They was like, because they consider the kingdom, they say, oh, that's the king. They say, oh, that's King Drip, of the honey drippers. He's the master of the kingdom, blah blah blah, right? So yeah, they my hype squad. And literally, right, it was a nickname that stuck, and they just started calling me King Drip. Now in the early days, and I didn't ask for the name, I didn't make it up. They labeled me that. And then I just had to live up to the nom de guerre. And so the other thing is that wherever we may be, I will always carry the Honey Dripper banner and logo as if my life and my heart depended on it. This is the very essence of my soul that connects me to the highest form of family. Sometimes you can't choose your family, but in this case, I did. And this is probably one of the best things. Now, just to tell you how serious this is for me, this is my mother's birthday. And I'm happy, I'm content, I'm not upset. I'm not, in the beginning of the week, I was a little hurt. I'm not gonna act, but I'm surrounded by my brothers who love me and I love them. And literally, even though I was on the warpath this morning, I still wouldn't have it any other way. And now I'm here with you. And I get to hear Rare and I get to see everything else and understand like I literally bring drip to my family so that they become part of my family. Logan got himself adopted. Errol's got himself adopted by my father. I don't know how that happened. And actually, truth be told, my father likes Rare more than he likes me. That just happens. That just happens. Like Rare doesn't, she never has to worry if she comes to this region because she can stay there at any time. She can stay at my father's house. And they love her.
What's up, man?
They love her like there's no tomorrow. And so, and that's when I bring my people because, there was a time when I was a little bit wayward. I was wayward, and I had bad friends, and I had people who didn't really care for me. They only cared about what I could do for them, and they would always steal my thunder. I would get all these things and do all this extra stuff, and I'd be doing it for them, and then they'd take advantage of me. So literally, my father's he's like, the people you bring, they enrich our lives, right? Yeah, okay. Rare.
Kenya said she got him with the banana pudding, man. That's what did it.
Actually, she got him by singing to him, and she made my father cry by singing to him.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Don't sing to me, Ray. I gotta stay gangster.
I'm just trying to tell you. Yeah, he had the gangster tears going on, but literally and figuratively, like the drip and rich is all parts of my life. Like my daughter, they was twerking sobriety when we did the show at the Red Room, and my daughter's like, she's like, when's Rare coming back? When's Dwayne coming back? Blah blah blah. I'm like, you don't know these people, but that's what happens. But um, it is on par some of the greatest poets that you will ever meet and be around, and everyone carries this predisposition for greatness. And not only does it activate when they're by themselves, because each person is an incredible person by themselves that is multi-tiered, multi-hued, multi-level artists, but also when you put all of it together in one place, you get this conflagration of incredible art and talent all being centered, and the energy flows out and feels. And it's like, yo, like literally, I could probably predict anytime that we're together, that people who are on the outside of us actually feel this and want to be a part of that same energy, because it's a communal energy that's collective. And you add to it some of the most incredible and diverse pens and talents and people who write music and perform and make music. Okay, like Walking Erotica is like a monster when it comes to making beats, you know. And then, we're doing some of the things that we do, especially around music, because, it's a requirement, right? Um, Literally, like you're never going to meet another Jay Simone. There's no two drippers alike.
Shit no.
Yeah, there's not another Acion. There's not another Ghostwriter. There's not another Eros. There's all original people. Like Sexy Sag. There's not another Sexy Sag. There's not another Black Rose. There's not these people. That you are. There's not another Dara Kalima. There's not anything else. There's not another Omari Barksdale, especially Omari.
Shout
Right?
out to the gang, man. Omari.
Like for real. Like you will see and understand that there's not another Pound Cake, because Pound Cake is Pound Cake. And then Pound Cake always remind me, she said, thank you for my vision. Yes, I do have a vision and I do see things, but all of it comes together when we're all together. And I am more than happy to lead this merry little band. It's not little anymore, but merry band of individuals. But y'all are actually quite incredible, Yeah, Pound Cake is Pound Cake, and Songbird is Songbird, and Stina is Stina. Well, Stina. Goddamn, Stina. Everybody else.
Me too, Rare. Me too.
But anyway, and stuff like that, and then and break down the classes. Drip, the legendary Win 22, Drip U, the Thirst, and of course, brand new heavies, and of course the latest and the greatest, the anthology. So it's ongoing, it's growing, it's evolving, it's changing, it's beautiful, it's amazing, and we're all here. Exactly, Lisa. We all do have our own thing. So
there you go.
I just tried my best to make sure that we all win in the best way possible. But more importantly, I love the fact that we really love each other. I love that. I love the fact that like no matter what, we can really put certain things together and make those things happen. And we don't need much at all. We just need us.
So, big bro, what's the first piece you have for us tonight?
You're welcome, Dara. You know what? I know people will read my stories, and I've been doing a lot of political stuff lately. So, I mean, with a lot of stuff, like I have some stuff that I'm going to be writing, because there's certain things that boggle my mind. Like, for example, I'm going to finish this piece this week where it talks about how a Black woman giving birth, right? Because somebody did a study on it and they really put it up, and I put it in my stories, how a Black woman giving birth, like her chances of mortality is greater than a police officer, a firefighter, a construction worker, all of these things. It is so difficult for a Black woman to give weight, because they're not believed when they say they're in pain. People treat them as if they don't have pain, and yet literally like a police officer would have to encounter like so many encounters before they would even be in danger, and black women don't. So I mean, I'm going to speak to certain things that are going to that. I'm gonna start out with that. If that's okay.
The mic
All
is
right,
yours.
but all right, all right. Bias, implicit, brutality, police, reasonable, objectively, immunity qualified, backshoot justified, constitutionally, discrimination racial, supremacy white, profiling racial, nationalist white, court supreme, conservative sentence life, longer than GMO preservatives, enforcement law, kill free, neck knee, Floyd George, broken door, her name say, sleep, shot, Taylor, Rihanna, Jury GA, hold, choke, Garner, Eric, up hands, shoot, don't, Rice, Tamir, Scott Walter, Music Loud, Davis Jordan, Skittles, Arizona, Martin Trayvon, Address Wrong, Gene Botham, CD Selling, Sterling Alton, People Find, Sides Both Field, Bitch Son of, Get That, Flags False, Opposed Diametrically, Lies About to Be All That You Can Be, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine, Clean, Booted and Suited, Country to Subdue, My Three-Fourths of Man Doesn't Live Liberty, Trade Slave, Triangular, Ghana, Castles, Holds, Kings, History Has Forgotten, Our Plight, Regards as Drama, Roots, Diaspora, The Land of Mother, Killing with No Justice, and Regards Us as Other. Love, Misbegotten, Our Light, Retards Our Armor, Loots Love, Diaspora, Kills Our Father. Everything else will confuse you until you understand that white supremacy. We are killed freely, and freely killed are we until we love each other freely and universally, willing to fight, always willing to defend each other. This is what will be walking backwards, headshot headlines, until us becomes we.
I hear him back there. This is the moment they should have came in the camera and clapping. That was the moment they should have did that.
Logan's laying on the ground. I don't know what he's doing.
It's all right, Logan. It's all right. She'll call back. It'll be cool.
He's screaming at us, mustard in the background.
Oh man, so that piece, like a lot of your pieces, when you go that route, when I listen to it, it really makes me like sit back and think. Like there's some artists that I listen to, and it's like I listen to it, and it's like that's a great piece. I listen to you, and it's like it got some shit that need to change in the world, man. Like you really bring things to the forefront, and I love that about your pen. So that particular piece is something that, whew, like it needs to be heard on a regular basis, type shit.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Like I'm in true appreciation. It's an honor just being here, man, because you've been killing it. You've been killing it, like literally killing it. So I'm happy I got some sunshine. Thank you for the sunshine. Put it on the side.
So I'm gonna spit this particular piece, and then we're gonna go to the music break, and we're gonna come back and cut up some more.
All right, bet.
All right. This piece doesn't have a title yet. Hello. My name is Eric. My name is Sandra. My name is Aubrey, Philandro, Brianna, Oscar, Tamir, George. My name is now part of a mathematical equation. Due to the fact that my life was subtracted and X being the variable, holding the place of the unknown, causing long division within the structure of our community, multiplying tension between the people and the police, which leads to another name being added to the daily mathematical equation. A lot of the math is easy to calculate, but no one takes time to solve for X because no one knows what X truly represents. Mm-hmm. To me, X should probably really be a dollar sign. Due to the profits made off the battered backs of black men and women, let me ask you a question. Where does the money come from? Who pays for the settlements given to the families that has to settle with the reality that they may never see their brother, their son, their sister, their daughters again? How are these settlements paid? Let me tell you. It's called police brutality bonds. These bonds literally allow banks and wealthy investors to profit from a man that took his last breath calling for his mama. These bonds made companies like Wells Fargo richer, with Timothy Loman decided that a little black boy playing in a park was a threat big enough to end his existence before the squad car even stopped moving. These bonds, when used to pay for settlements, doubles in cost, and all this is paid by you, taxpayers. An increase in police brutality is a sure sign that your government is on a level that is in recovery mode. Mass hiring of men who turned in their sheets to wear badges, training at the academy was definitely lacking, but they were still released on the streets of an already over-policed community of color. Proud to be used as tools to line the pockets of Wall Street. You know, as long as they get a piece of the corrupt pie. This is why tax hikes happen as often as they have. The math was in front of us the whole time. See, you subtract the life, multiply the settlement given by the now known variable of police brutality bonds, which increase the percentage of taxes. The long division between the structure of the community continues, multiplying the tension between the people and the police, which always leads to another name being added to the very profitable mathematical equation. In other words, your taxes raise because it's profitable to kill niggas. In peace. That piece was assigned by you, and I still go on that rabbit hole, bro. Like, I still catch myself researching that particular subject. There's a movie out, I think it's Rebel Ridge.
Yeah.
And it was amazing that, like,
I like put that in there, right?
Yeah, like, I think if I wouldn't have known about the brutality bonds, I think I still would have liked the movie, but I wouldn't have had the appreciation for the movie, you know, that I have now. Like, I've watched that movie, man, honestly, about 5 times, and I try to grab something different each time. So thank you for putting me on that path. But
I told you it was a rabbit hole. I was like, you ready to go down a rabbit hole? I said, think about this, and you was like, what? I was like, yeah, go down the rabbit hole. And then, you know, between me and Wallace making you do the the headline assignments, y'all got into it real deep. Yeah, I see you, Ty. Yes, Ty, it was definitely homework. Y'all was in there with it. Y'all was like, yo, and I was like, I know some of the stuff you discovered, but these are laws, and people don't understand. Like he who writes the laws controls the land. And so, like, literally, when people are doing it, it's like the house owner who was yelling for help, and a police officer shot him multiple times, and he's like, "Well, I was doing my job." I was like, so you saw a man in his underwear yelling for help, and another dude who's wrapped up from head to toe, so you shoot the other guy because he was black.
He was black.
A clear-cut bias, but you know, this is what we go through. But you know, that assignment that you did, that piece was so dope. And it was like, yo, because I know, like, the first time you started looking, you was like, yo, the stuff I'm finding. You was like, the stuff I'm finding. And I'm like, yeah. You know,
get pissed.
You know, and you be like, yo, they could just come take your money. I was like, yes, they'll take your money. I was like, they have breeders that will take it off you without even you knowing. They do stuff like that. And they split it up and do everything else. There's a wonderful thing right now. I'm gonna land the plane up. We're literally people flying out of Atlanta to LA. If they look rich and they're black, they stop them and they take their stuff. And they try to make them sign off on everything. And they just go after these particular individuals who look like they're carrying drugs. And so some people, when they travel, they carry cash, large forms of cash. Anything over $1,000 will be taken, straight up and down. Like, even if it looks like a lot of cash, they'll take it and make you sign off on it so you can be about your way. You know, and that's something happened. Civil asset forfeiture is a real thing, and people think it's a game. But there was whole things. They was just robbing people. They was increasing everything that they can increase. And the funny thing is, one of the dudes, he was actually from Long Island, and like a percentage of whatever he made went back to his station in Long Island.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Look at. Don't ask me. I tell everybody, don't rely on what I'm saying. Go
Look
look
it
it up
up.
for yourself.
Look it
Find
up.
out for yourself. So hop on, look up what civil asset forfeiture is. It's something that I'm very well, very well familiar with. And so anything else, well, it's real stuff. But
So we are at the midway point of the show, man. I'm having a great time. We have Hakeem Romance. This is probably my favorite Blast artist, and probably my favorite song by him. It's called "I Heard." So everybody, get ready to listen to my guy Hakeem Romance.
listen.
Looking for me, asking all sorts of questions, second guessing. Well, you done found me, babe. What's it gonna be? You summoned me. Come over here, get you what you need. You been talking that shit all day. I'ma let you have your way. Show me what you're about, baby. Shouldn't be much more to say. So here we are, we got time alone. Baby, come on. I need to see what you're talking about. Make me believe what it's all about. Inspire me walking in the house. Baby, show me. I need to see what you're talking about. Make me believe what it's all about. Inspire me walking in the house. Baby, show me, yeah. Thickest secrets and Fenty, many options to pick from. Sensing your sweet aura, is that Dior? I can't choose, I choose you. You know I love all of them. But what's the point of it all? I'ma rip them off anyway. You been talking that shit all day. I'ma let you have your way. Show me what you're about, baby. Shouldn't be much more to say. So here we are, we got time alone. Baby, come on. I need to see what you're talking about. Make me believe what it's all about. Inspire me walking in the house. Baby, show me. I need to see what you're talking about. Make me believe what it's all about. Inspire me walking in the house. Baby, show me, yeah.
And that was Hakeem Romance with I Heard. And if you are an independent artist, spoken word artist, poet, up and coming comedian that's looking for some exposure, you can go to blastmusic247.com and register for free. But Blast is also looking for the fans. So if you are a fan of great music, you can also register as an unlimited fan at blastmusic247.com, and that's also free. Blast, we're changing the industry one artist at a time. And how'd you feel about that little joint right there, Mike?
Oh no, that was fly. That was fly. The music was solid. He was singing. He was in the pocket. I might have needed like a couple more high notes, but it fit the bill. It fit the bill. it got the shuck your pants off vibe. So I think it'll work.
It was dope.
Like
So, to get back into a couple questions before I get you to spit a couple pieces, your creative process, like, I know some people listen to music and sit and chill. Some people like me would just sit back, roll one up, and hey, wherever it takes me, it takes me. What is your routine, like your writing routine? What do you do for your creative process?
All right, so I'm gonna do it in 2 or 3 different ways. First things first. Sometimes I can be very old school. I hear something and I got to write it down on a piece of paper. Or I text it. It'll start out as a line, and that line will come out, and then I'll start and I'll build. Like the funny thing is, I learn a lot of stuff from different people. Like from Omari. Omari he'll be like write a haiku, right, and then build from the haiku, right. So I kind of use a little bit of that process when it's by itself. I kind of build from the line to the line to the line, and all the lines have to connect in a particular way. But at the same time, I have to feel the story. But sometimes it helps to think in metaphor, and so I also think in metaphor too. And I try to always show, and just don't just tell, but show somebody, show people exactly where you are in your process where you're writing. As far as other processes, I am also a member of the Sunrise Scribe, and that requires lots of writing, very intense. As the reason why it's so secretive, because what we share is what we share, and like that process is being around some of the most brilliant minds that you'll ever encounter, and then finding ways to write. Like sometimes I can hear like Rare or Omari, and I just want to get rid of my pen because it's sheer brilliance when you hear certain things. When I hear many attitudes of Dennis, or I hear my twin for Seaway, like I can see all of the different angles and roots when it comes to certain things, because everybody expressed in a particular way, and that also helps my process. The other thing that helps my process is when I hear a song, right? And there's been times where literally I'm hearing a song and I'm literally recording myself saying something about the song, and it's just flowing out. When I first started my poetry career, I was known as the First Thought, because I would freestyle all my poetry. I started out that way. And then I started to really take myself more seriously, writing things down and actually structuring certain things. And I believe one of the most important things about structure is hearing what needs to go where. That's also the right form, but also the feeling and hearing things. And so, we talk about double entendres and all these different things, but how does it make you feel when you hear it? What is it that you see with your ears? Like hearing has an intrinsic effect of everything else you're saying. So when you say certain things, how does it elicit the response? What is it that you're saying? Do you actually believe, like you've heard me say, I'm like, do you actually believe what you're saying? Because some people, they write and they don't really believe. They're just writing to write, and that's not a good process as far as I'm concerned. The only thing that ever makes me upset is when I know that somebody is more than capable and they're not trying their hardest to actually say what they want to say because they're afraid of what it is that they're about to write. And the only time that you're actually free is when you write what you actually mean and what you actually feel.
That sounds like a little bit of the advice that I received from La Perla Negra. Like she laughed at me when I first told her, I'm not ever writing about love. Like I've told you that, man. Love, that's a fucking disease. Like I'm not.
Yeah. You got a way with words. You really do have a way with words. Like it's a fucking disease. I was like, God damn, tell me how.
Yeah, man. It's nah, bro. Love is like heart AIDS. Like I don't want it. But over time, allowing past feelings to go away and embracing new ones, love is actually not a hard subject. Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, the moment you let go, you open your hands to receive something greater.
Yes, that is definitely definitely.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So We gonna continue with the poetry real quick. We got about 15 minutes left before I gotta get ready to head to the plantation, man.
But you got goals. You got
I got
goals,
goals.
son.
I got goals, so it's definitely worth it. I mean, my best friend, the poetic satyr, she be on my ass about this though. You ain't getting no sleep. This, that. You gonna make me come in the morning? Like, yo, okay.
Listen, the poetic satyrs be on everybody's ass. Be like, yeah, nigga, you blah blah blah. But but at the same time, we got to try to like help her out too, because she be going through a lot of stuff. But I like the fact that we're there for each other, and that's everything else. And she said, I could just say shit to Pop Crime and be free, and I don't get no judgment. I said, he don't judge shit. He don't judge shit. He ain't gonna judge you for nothing. He said, you're a very come as you are type person.
Yeah, I'm a real life safe space. Like a lot of people say, just like a lot of people say that they're loyal, and it's really just a tattoo for a lot of people, man. But I'm a real life safe space. Like,
it's true.
And I truly, and when I say this, and I'm not saying this to be disrespectful in any terms. If I ever tell somebody, I don't care. I'm not saying that to be mean. Like, I truly don't have the capacity to give a fuck about what's going on.
There's levels of not giving a fuck that goes on. And when he says, I don't give a fuck, he really don't care. When I say I don't give a fuck, they be like, you really don't care? I'm like, no, I don't. I have no idea.
Like, it don't bother me either which way at that moment. Like, whatever.
You just going to be over there just doing whatever that is that you're doing. And I could care less. It's like, don't affect my day. You know what I'm saying?
Your emergency is not my emergency. All right, so time for piece number 2, but I'm definitely gonna get you to do 3 pieces. I got requested for a piece, and I found the piece that they were looking for, and that's funny that they brought that piece up.
So why don't you do the piece? Just do the piece.
You got to. I need you to match behind it.
Listen. Just do the piece. Don't worry about it, because I saw when the request went out. Just do it.
Yeah.
We out here to make the people happy, brother. We here to make the people happy. That's what we doing. What up, Lori? We see you. We here to make the people happy. So make the people happy. I'll be over here. Just listen with my ear on. I got my listening ears on. Here we go.
Bet. That's how I'm going to do the advertisement. Okay. Good evening. I'm Paul Cram, the poet, founder and CEO of Lickum Low Lovers LLC. And if you're watching this, that means you have clicked the link to inquire about services rendered and to get more information about the company. For over 25 years, this company has perfected the skill set of satisfaction through the amazing art of poetry. Let me explain. Imagine my tongue being the pen, and the paper that I write on is I'm sure you can use your imagination. Here at Lickum Low Lovers, we specialize in creating the perfect 10-minute poem. I am 100% dedicated to perfection as soon as my pen touches paper and begins to write. Your paper will be introduced to multiple forms of poetic pleasure, with the tercet being the beginning. This is where my third lick mimics my first lick, but it's the second lick that blows your mind, because in the next stanza of your piece, your original lick number 2 is now being impersonated by your new licks line 1 and 3. This is just a warm-up. 3 minutes of preparation for the forms to come. The next stanza will be written in a haiku form. 5 seconds of drawing counterclockwise circles, 7 seconds of up and down tally marks, and 5 more seconds of drawing that first in reverse. This is your 3 minutes of rising action. Now, your third and final form will be the climax of a free verse. 4 minutes of my pen freely writing all over your paper. 180 seconds in, you scream out, I'm about to end my piece. But I continue to use my pen in the same spot, ignoring your warning of completion until I hear you scream out, in peace, in peace. I finally remove pen from paper, giving you an unlimited recovery time for the falling action portion of your poem. This is the services provided by Lickum Low Lovers LLC. Now, if you're interested, please click the registration link. Fill in your information and answer all small health questionnaire answers. And a representative will contact you within 24 hours. Now, listen, there are some side effects. Daydreaming about our encounters, frequently masturbating, due to memories seared in your mind, increased heart rate from the sound of my voice, and more serious symptoms include feelings of love or ownership for the owner of the pen. If you experience any of these symptoms, please feel free to contact the office so one of our experienced representatives can quickly help guide you back to reality. Lick 'em low lovers. Satisfaction guaranteed. One stanza at a time. In peace.
One more time. Tell me what?
Talk your shit.
That's my guy. Oh, man. So, King Drip, it is your turn.
I just want to say that you are a filthy miscreant of the highest order. You are dirty, dastardly, and diabolical. You are. You
Oh,
are.
no, you think so? Say this.
Wow, that just might happen. You know, we get all kinds of things over here. You know, now there's no real registration link. Grab the mic, not my dick. There's a whole bunch of things that can happen. A whole bunch of things that happen. All right, so I'm gonna read this piece is becoming a signature piece for me. It's a lot of parts, so I'm gonna read the piece, and we're gonna go at it.
Bet.
All right. You are so fucking beautiful, and I want you just like that. Looking like the warmest bath that I would ever take, assured that the waters would change me, rearrange me, pull every bit of management meant to cause cataclysmic bombardment. Only after the laughter of your vagina, finer feels ebon flesh, turn steel, turn grinder, turn drill, turn reminder that a man has the xylophone of your sensual tone, the duty of pleasing your wet atom to attune, the death of auto-tune, automatic and pleasure of fiend as I become a crack addict, wanting only to smoke and get high with the drug that's in between your thighs. It's the sweetest way to die, the only way to fly. And if I steal your wings, the ones you take off after you get naked when you're next to me, I'll borrow them with a kiss, swim within the deep parts of your heart. Making love to you is an art, and I would never rush the strokes of my brush on your canvas. Instead, I canvas your canvas, note by lick the brush of each flick of tongue responds to the drum beating, the fleeting reserves of nerves served underneath my curve.
Let's go, boy.
Pulling pistons on gears, celebratory cheers, and I want you just like that, so you be at the ready. Hands prepped to pull hair, to push head to fight, where orgasms delight, to continue to keep licking and gentle tugging. And you're not bugging, you just found a man who'd rather eat your pussy than breathe. Stay down to the last bullshit of that last nigga leaves. And trees can bear new fruit, and you will wear new panties, a dress with pockets or a lady suit. New. You knew what you did when you did what I would do. Make love as we fuck, combine souls, screw, corkscrew to the pop of our champagne is the remains of passion. Prep place popping, the packing, a plan of pussy and a penis. Mars entering into Venus, her heat, her sweet till love finds complete in the sweaty, contorted mess and state of undress. And I can only write this way when you inspire me. Fire me from the old cold inhibition, become open and desirous, wanting and carnally callous, needing to feel the sweat salty pour from your pores. So can I say more? More of you, more of your mouth, more of how your hands are dexterous. Please read these words and touch yourself to overflow. So let's go, let go, overload, overflow, open up. Green light, this go. Collect $200 on the mouth of Monopoly, putting hotel towels on, parked in your place of the reward on your boardwalk. Roll your dice, chop it up when we talk. Outline your orgasms in chalk. Murderous intention, where do I put my thick six-shooter into your fifth dimensions of sexual shenanigans, of enthusiastic energy? There's no ethics or suspicious suspension. I seek the sensual sorcery of sexually supreme of your bodily dimensions. that doctors your strange for a piece of change and you into a willy-witting participant whose insides are getting rearranged and reconfigured and re-triggered because he's a re-nigger because he had a Boston and he bit bored. And I know that you bored and tired of all that narcissistic shit. Him leaving with bad habits and cheating on you with whores and bully with the bullshit. And you might as well shit on the floor. And you ain't no cleaner up woman, but goddamn, I am the cleanup man. And I'm coming sure to make sure the memory of that motherfucker goes straight to the can. And I can, and I will quill the love and the script that spells love all over the papyrus of your body. Scroll you, roll you over, serve your body like you are my four-leaf clover, because you are my good luck charm. So borrow these arms. Use them to cover you warm, to let you know exactly to who you belong. And I love how your body reacts to me. And I like you, and I want you, just like that.
Woo! Talk that shit, boy.
Straight up. That's what I wanted to say.
Oh, yes, nigga. This why you know this.
Oh,
Fuck
shit.
that, niggas.
Thank you, Johnny Six Poems. Thank
This
you.
is why we call him King Drip. Shit. All right, so we got time to do one more piece, man. And after you do your last piece, I want you to tell everybody where they can follow your pen. So
Okay.
I'm gonna stick with Drip. I'm gonna do the dick deal.
All right. Go ahead.
All right. Listen. Please allow me to be honest about something. The look in your eyes, the biting of your lip, lets me know you already made a decision about how our conversation is going to end, but I must warn you, this is not ordinary dick. It's more like a gateway drug that is known to create an addiction. You see, I apologize if it seems like I'm being arrogant, because that is truly not the case. I just feel like I should be honest about what you're getting yourself into when you fucking with me. You know, and I hear you. Ain't nobody getting hooked. This is just a one-time high. I get all of that. But in my mind, my sexual reputation is on the line. So although this may be planned as being a one-time fling, I'm going to fuck you as if this is a lifelong dream. For example, deep, passion-filled penetration leading to a manifestation of feelings that is definitely beyond your mental expectations, but a confrontation you willingly avoid as you bask in the ramification of your choices. Second orgasm got your body shaking. Similar to an addict going through withdrawal as I continue injecting this dick. Sexy moans in my ear while you scratching my back gave me the motivation to make sure you achieve. Number 3. Slight grip around your throat increased the intensity of your convulsions. Bed sheets successfully soaked from the immensity of your body's explosion. This dick created a safe passage, allowing the words "I love you" to fall from your lips. You see, I tried to tell you. I'm an addiction. And soon you'll be looking for your next fix. This dick will have you calling like Pookie in search of his next hit. You see, I am the professor of strokenomics, with a lesson plan that is guaranteed to elevate your sexual satisfaction to the highest platform possible, making it impossible for you to accept anything of lesser quality. But if you can maintain your habit and be a good, functional addict, your supply of this D will always be available. Just call me the dick dealer. Come and get hooked. In peace. We might be having slight. Oh, there we go.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. I had to think what's it called. Well, goddamn. Dick dealers.
The
I know
dick
you ain't
dealer.
talking. Levitated over here.
You feeling this, my
You're gonna be running up there and talking about, yeah, I just need a little D. You ain't got no teeth.
Oh, Mystic is wild, bro.
We like, you got 5 minutes. You want the 5 spot? You want the 10 spot? Or you need the whole 30? What you
And let me
want?
know what you need. You
Let me
know,
know
I
what
got
you
you.
need.
I'm like the Curtis Mayfield of sex, babe. I'm your pusher man.
That's one of my favorite songs.
Wow, ladies.
All right. All
All
right,
right.
King, you can give us one more piece, and then after that piece, man, let us know
All
where.
right. All right. So, all right. Hold on. I want to feel what you feel like when your soul ignites. Will you ingest the wild spirit? Will you surrender your skin as a canvas to be painted by touch and tongue? Will unseen sublimation appear as sighs travel from the deepest parts of your lungs? Allow me the capture of your pulse when the drum convulses the rhythm of hip while lick and dances and slide between lips. Streams to hidden steam, horrific and intense sex, terrific, tantric, galactic, these orgasmic temper tantrums as we consume your juicy sums. This, get right, was your aura glows at night, how moons caress your backside, their stars felt when we ride, as we turn each other out, exploding, pleasure on the inside. And I will meet your demands through sweet seduction, till it meets your passion's production. As I feast you with 2 backs against the wall, all for all, let this sweat paints and turns devils into saints, as the hell of release into heaven, these 6s into 7s, and holy like unleavened bread. Remember what you said, for what you plan to do. You're not even sure if insurance would cover you. And now you rest between these covers, breathless, horny, met, desire loose, landscape travel, passion unraveled, bodies unthread. As you lay here, breathless within my arms in my bed. Home.
My motherfucking big brother, man. So, King Drip, please tell everybody where they can follow your pen. If you have any upcoming shows, anything that you would like to promote at this time, run it.
Super fast. Well, welcome to King Drip Land. And in King Drip Land, you can find us at the_honey_dripper_erotic on Instagram. You can also find me at Ruxwear. Speaking of Ruxwear, since we're talking about Ruxwear, and I know this is probably already spoken for, but I got to show you, we do all kinds of crown hoodies and stuff like that. And we got all the stuff. We got D9 hoodies, AKAs. I know you see it. Tiak, I'm talking to you. I know you see, we got all that with the crowns and all the stuff that's happening. Also, we also have Universal Poetics Wear, of course. If you know what it is, you know what it is. You know where we started from. It's going on. Plus with the logo, this is a large. The other one's a 2X. Also, we're having a sale. Got this nice little purple joint that's kicking off with the purple and everything else. And there's a sale this weekend and only this weekend. You can get any of these hoodies for a certain amount of money. Inbox me for the difference. We taking $15 off. Don't fight me, Tiaka. I'm just showing. I'm just saying it's here. I'm not gonna sell it. I know that it is. And also, yes, Urban Gorilla Hustle will be coming back out very shortly, but we'll be doing sweatsuits and zip ups. That'll be out probably in January. Be on the top. Gorilla Hustle. Where trees make the difference, all kinds of different things. We're doing a lot of things right now, but you can check everything else. And we do also custom wear. And also, if you need anything that you need, Ruxwear got you covered. We custom the custom. We do all the good shit. And also, Panda by Asion under Ruxwear. He wanted to make sure that I said that. And he wanted to make sure I said that, but he couldn't shut up the whole interview. But he wanted to make sure did that. So, but he did some amazing stuff. If you look at the new stuff, his prototypes is looking pretty good, and he's making love for all the big men in the winter. He's making sure that you get it, everything in there. He'll let you know. He'll put the stomach on you now. Don't play with him now. He's a jealous eater. He know how to eat now. Don't.
He gonna put the stomach on you, girl.
Wait, real quick. Why are you getting come on and get in the thing? Come on, everybody, come on, right now. welcome to Dribbling. And
Hey, this is almost everybody under Midnight's Grace, ain't it?
Right.
Don't worry about him. It's not about him anymore. He's at his time. All right, we taking this shit around. Come on, for the last 10 seconds. Get over here. These two are filthy as shit. I don't want to hear nothing about anything. What up to my classmate?
The human vibrator himself, aka Logan.
That's wild. Mr. 13 inches.
That's wild.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that man's a walking rose.
Big panda bear right here. If you, it's big boy season. If you need a cuddle, coming back. All right.
Yeah, don't forget. Quiet Storm, aka Ghost Rider, aka Six Poem Donnie, Avatar Ag, Office Depot, Six Poem Donnie. Don't forget Logan the Levitator, aka Eros the Chef's Kiss, freaking brand new heavies. And don't forget. Oh, wait a second, hold it.
He made chocolate cake, yo.
He made chocolate cake, and that's mine. Put it down.
He's big. He's big cake and coochie.
That's
That's
it.
crazy.
I just work here.
This is
I just work here
right now, by the way.
Man.
I'm on here.
Well,
Do you see your drip brethren cutting up? Do you see them cutting up?
I love them. I take up for them. They be calling my dudes toxic, but like, man, they not toxic.
Oh,
Exactly.
he's extra toxic.
I'm not toxic.
He's extra.
This nigga right here, toxic. I'm not toxic.
I'm not toxic. The tongue is.
I'm not toxic. My words are. I'm not toxic. Teddy Pendergrass is toxic. I'm not toxic. I just fuck a lot.
All right, now go now.
Oh man, well, I truly enjoyed myself tonight, man. I am so glad you were able to make time to come out, especially with the circumstances, man. I'm, sending my energy and everything, sending love. But I thank
bro,
you for coming out.
Yeah, but yeah, we are gonna stick beside him. I wouldn't have it the other way. We're gonna tell you the Airbnb story later. We probably have to do a TikTok about the shit. We're probably gonna have to do a TikTok about it, and then get out now, go. All right, and then more importantly, not just that, but it's an honor. It's been an honor. I can't think of better ways to spend my time than with y'all, other than the Fluffians, because Fluffians is here, I don't talk to nobody. I just hang out with them. But for y'all, I love you, bro. I love them. I love everybody, and I love everybody who's come to us and being part of that pound cake. There's just so many of y'all just to say, Dara, everybody who came out tonight. You could have been anywhere else, but you came here and you spent it with us, and I appreciate that. And look out for Paul Cramp. Salute. All right, I'm gonna give the drip salute. Because, bro, listen, because you're a straight soldier, general, and be out there and you don't play about me and I don't play about you. And we know exactly what it is at all times. And so this is what we're doing. So as far as I'm concerned, bro, the platform is amazing. I'm super honored that you brought me on. I'm humbled. I'm really humbled. And I look forward to the more growth. And what up, Amuna? I see you. I see you in here. And yes, he is the man. And more importantly, everything else is going on. Also, anybody else, if y'all gonna catch me, you better catch me this week for all your drip shit, because they ain't gonna get you before Christmas until you do. So you gotta make sure you make all your orders this week. Make all your orders this week. Everything else, everybody else, anything I didn't get out earlier, I'll be getting out this week. So you should get your shit by next week. Don't complain to me. I'll do everything else. And what else? And Danielle, I am going to do the Dirty, Dastardly, and Diabolical t-shirts. I fooled around the design while I was up. It's going to be crazy. And we have new Honey Dripper patches coming, but you're going to have to see them when I get them, because that's what's happening.
Bad.
All right?
Great. So to the viewers who came out, man, I want to thank y'all so much again. Like I say every week, and I mean it every single time. Oh, my bad.
One more thing. This Tuesday on Epiphany Radio Universe, hopefully if it's working, I will be having Soul Scribe the Poet and what's her name? I can't think of her name. That sounds really bad because I'll forget out. But we gotta let you go to work, bro.
I'm about to go. Nah, but again, thank you so much, viewers. I say it every week. Without y'all, it would not be a Louisiana Lyricist Lounge. So yeah, we're gonna put that in camera. So I thank y'all so much. Make sure y'all come back next week where we will have Miss Dara Kalima, aka the Poetic Sadist herself, will be the guest at the Louisiana Lyricist Lounge next week. So make sure y'all come out for that. That's gonna definitely be a very fun and intellectual type of show. Like her whole conversation, even when she just being regular, is like you better think. You better think about what you saying.
She talk crazy to me. I don't know. She'd be like, fuck you, Mojave. She'd be like,
oh, man.
Fuck you, Mojave. I'm like, damn. It's like that. Let me stop.
But so yeah, we gonna go ahead and get up out of here, and y'all have a good one, poets. If you got it, you know it's on your mind. Just don't hold that shit. Speak on it. We out.